What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are having an amazing morning. So today we're going to be discussing how you guys can get started on your product listing. Now I know a lot of you guys are, you might be overwhelmed, or you don't really know where to start, or you don't really know what resources or tools to use in order for you to get started on setting up your listing properly. So the first thing, of course, when you create your listing and everything, we're gonna have this vital info tab. Now from here, of course, you need a product ID, which is of course your UPC code. And the best way that you guys can get these is go through GS1 or go on eBay. And just make sure that wherever you're getting your UPC codes, that they are GS1 approved or whatever. Just make sure it says GS1 approved. I did get mine on eBay. That's fine. Still works. So, and just remember, you can only use one per product. So I can't use this this specific unique code for any other product. It's only specific to this one alone. So don't try and use it for anything else. So going on to the next thing is a product name. Now, of course, when we're creating our listing, we want to have a product name, right? Not only do we want it to be optimized, not only do we want it to look decent, we also want to make it understandable. So the best way we can do this, of course, is using tools like wordtree.io, or something that's going to basically show you exactly what keywords are relevant and what keywords are being searched the most, if you guys understand that. But it's going to be conjoined in a way that makes sense, so that when a customer reads our product, they're going to be like, oh, okay, this is what I'm looking for, and I understand what comes along with this product, right? So that's the product name, and then the brand name. So a lot of you guys probably have questions. You're like, okay, what should I name my brand? What is something creative? So basically, for this, for this product, since we are using the angle ruler, what we want to have as our brand name is something that's specific to our niche, but not product specific. So for our brand name, we don't want anything that's like we don't want to have like, I don't know, Rodney's Rulers Warehouse or something like that. We don't want something that's only specific to this product, because once we launch a product like this, we want to launch products that are related to it in the construction niche. So if we wanted to launch this one first, then if you think about it, we could launch something related to it, like a protractor, or it applies to any niche, any product. So maybe we want to say, I don't know, Cody's Construction Warehouse, something like that, right? It doesn't have to be something too fancy. You don't have to be a genius to come up with this. Just have something that's very catchy. You don't even have to have something like this. You can literally just have letters, so maybe CCW instead. So something like that. Like, it really doesn't matter how you do it. It's just like the customer doesn't care that much about that. So moving on to the next thing, let's just leave that. Manufacturer. So manufacturer, now you don't have to fill this out. This is not required. You can literally just you can put in whatever you want here. You can just make up your own manufacturer name. You can have it related to this. It does not matter. Let's see here. So going on to the next thing is category type, the construction rulers. So construction rulers, let me see here. I haven't worked with this part in a while. So at a category. Alright, so this is something that you should have already established as you were creating your product. So of course, you can go back and do this again if you want, but the best way you can figure this one out is go on a listing on Amazon and basically find a product that's selling well, a product that you want to imitate basically, and then just find that category that it's under. Here, I'll show you guys real quick. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about here. So if we put angle ruler, now this step isn't really important. Just don't be dumb. Don't put it in, when you're creating your product listing, don't put it in some dumb category. Like, of course, we want to have this construction related. Like this one, I remember it was mainly in industrial and scientific, like most people had in there. So I wouldn't suggest that you guys put it in something like beauty, or I don't know, cell phones and accessories. Like we don't want something. Just don't be dumb, right? Have common sense. So yeah, we don't need. Okay, let me show you real quick. So we're gonna click on this listing. Let's say this person's making however, or he's doing well. And we scroll down, and then we can find out. Just try to imitate this right here. Try to imitate. And then this guy's in tools, home improvement. Yeah, so you can try and replicate. I know it's not the subcategories that they offer you on here. It might not exactly match it on here, but honestly, it does not matter that much, guys. Amazon will rank you eventually to how they see fit according to your listing and how you're selling. So you really don't have to worry about that. So of course, so here this is all optional stuff. You do not have to fill that out. You don't have to fill this out either. You don't have to fill this out either. So going on to the next thing. Oh, I don't know, Bob. Okay, variation. So, hold on. Oopsies. All right. So for variations, we only want So the only time that we're gonna have a variation is if we ordered in products that are different colors of this or different variations of it. So products that are not exactly the same. So of course we're ordering bulk and we're ordering a tons of units that are the same from suppliers, so we don't have to worry about this for now. Of course, down in the future, or maybe if this is your first product and you're trying to do variations of it, that's fine. That's exactly where we'd fill it out from here. But most of you probably aren't, so we're going to move on. Now the offer page, right? So this is your price. If you guys don't, here, let me show you real quick. So your price is basically, let me see, for this, I don't know, this guy doesn't have that for some reason. Let me see here. All right, I don't know. I'm not finding what I'm looking for. So basically, if you guys don't know, if you whatever you have here is going to be your listing price. This is going to be exactly how much your product is going to cost. So you guys can enter that in, and then of course, what I'm going to say is that you don't need to price your product as what everybody else is pricing their product. Like people perceive this value right here or this number right here as the amount of value that you're giving. Now, of course, don't do anything that's too crazy. Like if somebody's posting if most people aren't on here are posting it for $11, $12, don't post it for like 25 to 30, right? Unless you have some special add-on to it or it's a bundle. So you don't have to, just don't base your price off of everyone else exactly. You have to differentiate yourself. So sale price. No, wait, my bad. Okay, so this, okay, scratch whatever I said before. Scratch whatever I said before. Now, if you're listening to this, this is your main price right here. Okay, so your sale price, that's going to be exactly what your price is. So if you see it right here, this guy's selling exactly for $16.39. That's exactly what you're going to be selling for. So $16.39. Now, if you see some listings that may have the this is the main price, right? So maybe it's like $25. So some listings you might see people having their price listed here, and then it's like scratched out, and it's going to say sale price $16.39. So that's exactly how you do that. So this is the main price. My bad. I completely looked over that. So sale date, sir. Yeah, you can put in whatever here. Just make sure that whenever you launch your product, it is, or you're getting your initial buyers for your product, that you have this already set up to whatever day it is, or even before, it doesn't matter. And then of course your end date, just make it a long time from now. Let's see here, product. We don't need this at all. Alright, let's see here. Now, you guys should not be ordering any products that have any type of batteries in them, so you really do not have to fill this out. Now, if you do, that would be the only case of when you'd have to fill this out. Now, I've never had or ordered in a product that has batteries in it. It's probably a headache, but yeah, this would be the page you need to do that. So if you're going on to the images now, now this is going to vary per category. So basically, you know, for if you're in the beauty and personal care category, your images aren't going to be able to be zoomable for whatever reason. I'm not sure exactly why, but even if they match these standards right here for them to be zoomable, for most categories, of course, you can zoom in if they meet these criteria. But for beauty and personal care, for whatever reason, they don't do that. So you can't really zoom in. You can only click on it, which is I don't understand why, but that's how it is. Um, but if you guys want to have these, if you're in a different category, like if you're in industrial and scientific, you need to have these type of pictures that are at least 1,000 by 500 so that they can be zoomable. So if I was going to, here, let me show you guys. So if I was able to click on a listing and basically hover my mouse over it, if this thing will load, see, it zooms in really nice and you can see every detail of the product. Now, if we go back here, now of course if your product's in beauty and personal care, don't take this as, you know, a major disadvantage. That really doesn't matter because it's the quality of the product that matters. So you really don't have to worry about that. There's tons of people in beauty and personal care that are making tons of money. so so when you get these images, you're going to be able to get these images off of you can either get these from your supplier or you can create them yourself. So when you create them yourself, what I suggest you guys do, I talked about this in the previous video, go on Fiverr, you know, outsource it, or you can do it yourself. Get transparent images of your product, whether you're getting it from the supplier or you're creating them yourself. Because once you get transparent images, you're going to be able to go to Canva and get all your transparent images of whether it's, you know, the props in your product, like this brick, or your product yourself, or, you know, maybe a person that's holding your product right here. You're going to be able to throw all this stuff on a white background. Now, of course, if you don't want to go through this whole process, you can always outsource them completely on Fiverr. You just give them, you know, somebody your images, and they'll probably charge you like 20 to 30 bucks to do, I don't know, maybe a whole like 8 pictures or something like that. Just make sure when you guys have these all filled out, you know, you have all these photos filled in. Like, you just find, if you can't think of any other photos to put in, find something, right? And I went over this in a previous video. If you guys should have a, you know, at least one picture on here that compares why your product is better than everyone else's. Like, you don't want to have like don't do what I did here and just have, you know, 7 different photos of the same product, right? We want to differentiate it. We want to make, you know, maybe one picture here of this product of someone using it, another one of why this product is better than everyone else's, maybe a different angle here, maybe someone you know, specifically using it for something. And then maybe going on down here, we're going to show like what the packaging looks like, and etc. You guys get the point, right? And so you should be able to, like, most of these pictures should be different in what is exactly going on. And then, like I said, you can either outsource these or do this on Canva. It's really easy. I created a video on this previously. You guys can look for that on my channel. So after we figured out all this stuff, this might take a little bit, you know, maybe a couple days or so. You can outsource it or do yourself. I outsource it because I'm really picky with my picture. Or no, I didn't outsource it. I did it myself because I'm really picky with my pictures. So that's what you guys can do. Now, going over to the description, right? So the description is something that is very, it'll take some time, but it's very procedural. So when we have our first bullet point, our second bullet point, our third bullet point, 4, 5. So what we want to do, we want to have everything filled out here. Makes it look as, you know, professional as possible. All right, so let me see here. Let's get rid of all this stuff. So basically, the way I'm going to show you guys how to do this is it's probably similar to what other people you've seen on YouTube, but I'm going to give you guys the actual template of it, so you don't have to, you know, copy and paste it, or you don't have to, you know, read it off the screen then type it. I'll give you the actual document. So basically from here, I've already had it typed out. This is the basic template of what you want to have. You know, you want to be relatable, be like, oh, we get it. You want to be have someone read this and be able to you know, associate with it. So and if you guys don't know, you can get these check marks and stuff. Just go to emojicopy.com and just type in whatever you want. So you can just type in whatever emoji, so check, and then you just click that, copy it, and then you can put it in here. So that's all I'm going to do. We get it. We understand that every angle can be conquered by everyday rulers, or not. That every, yeah. So, and then we go down to why is it special? Like, why is our product, different from everyone else's? Why do we want you to buy our product over everyone else's? And basically, from here, you explain your differentiation. You can either put, why is it's a different color, or add-ons, your bundle. So maybe since this is an angleizer ruler, maybe a pencil or protractor. So, we know how it can be tough trying to find the right tool, especially with many that look alike. Not only does this tool get the job done, it also comes with tools to do it right as well. So, you can also talk about an ebook as well. Ebooks are very effective too. Now I know Amazon. I think it's a gray area for terms of service, because there's tons of people that have ebooks on here. I guess it really just matters on how you give it to them. So when you do your ebooks, I suggest you guys, when you do it through email autoresponders, just make sure that you're giving it to them through a downloadable file, not actually a link that goes outside of Amazon. Because I've tried it before. You give them a link that does not link to Amazon or anything related to it, they will block it, and they won't let people click on it. So continuing on here, let's go on. So of course we want this. All I have to do is copy and paste that, put it right here. Then going on the third thing, get it done right. So again, we're trying to relate to the customer. We're trying to answer any other questions on, is this the right product for me? So let's see here. And if you guys don't know, a lot of people, when they come on Amazon, they're trying to sell. Even though getting ebooks and stuff is very simple and very procedural in what you have to do, a lot of people don't know about it, and they don't put an ebook in their listing. They just don't know how to do it, or they think it's too hard. It's really not. So going on to the next thing, the perfect project tool. Again, you're reaffirming them. The perfect project tool. You want to say this for anything, right? So tiles, walls, tables, floors, shape. It doesn't matter. This tool is for you. Now you can apply this same logic, same template to anything. And then lifetime warranty. We always want to have this just for that, resting assurance that they will be satisfied with this product, and even if something does go wrong or it's not what they expected, we'll still fix it. We'll always be there to fix it for them. And then going on to the product description, like I mentioned before, guys, you will get this file. I'll leave a link down in the description, so just check it out. So you don't have to type this out all by yourself. At least you have some type of template, so maybe you can fill in some words. But hopefully you get the gist. So product description, and I'm not telling you guys to actually do this product. I'm just telling you, this is the general template of what you want. But the product description, guys, it's very simple as well. Now, when you're typing it, it's basically just a summary of this right here. You just want to make sure that when you are typing it up, just don't leave it as a big paragraph in here. You want to make sure this is HTML code. So let's go ahead and get rid of that, because if we don't do that, then it's just going to be one sloppy paragraph, and we don't want that. So just delete that, and you can format it to however you want here. Just you can copy and paste that, and what you guys want to do is let me see, where was HTML. Whoops. Alright. Go here, and then just copy that, and then bam. Now, of course, you can format it to however you want. So you can put, like, we don't really need this, but we can make this in bold. And then I don't think you can change the fonts. But yeah, you can change this however you want. I don't think centering does not work. So if you did this, Amazon's still going to make it push to the left over. So you can adjust this however you want, guys. It really doesn't matter. And then you can bold this as well. And just like I said, you can get these emojis at emojicopy.com. And then once you guys are done with this, all you have to do is go over to the HTML part. And I suggest, guys, when you create your product descriptions, you can go ahead and put how exactly you use the product on there as well, since for the product bullet points you can't really do that. It's mainly talking about the product instead of how to use it. So from here, all you have to do is switch over to HTML, and then you just copy this, right? Um, just copy all of that, and then bam, wait for this to pull up. Alright, guys, so what I figured out, basically there are some codes in here that apparently Amazon doesn't really understand, I guess. So what you guys want to do when you convert it over from this to the HTML, just hit the clean button here, sort of clean it up, make it look better, and take out stuff, extra stuff that's not needed. And from there, you just have to copy and paste it, and that's what I did right here, and it accepts it. So from here, guys, of course, I already got rid of all that because I refreshed the page. But all right, so from here, guys, that's it for this. It's really easy. So when you guys are done with this, you can move on to the keywords. Now, so the keywords is something that is the there's a lot of things that goes with this. Let me close out of some of this stuff because I don't like having all these tabs open. So for intended use, you don't have to fill this out if you don't want to. I don't think there's anything that proves that this helps with the Amazon's search algorithm or whatever. But I don't know. You can throw in stuff if you have extra time. So target audience, like I said, you can just throw in stuff if you have extra time. You're not required to do that. So the subject matter, you can fill that out. It's just like everything else. It's not required. Now search terms, if you guys don't know, a lot of people they have misconceptions about this. Search terms is your actual back-end keywords, okay? This is different from your product name, etc. This is your back-end keywords. So the best way you can figure these out, and the best way that you can find out what you need to have in here, what's going to come first and everything, is use wordtree.io. Now, often I suggest that you guys do not try to use a whole bunch of tools. Like, don't use this and Keyword Inspector. Of course, you're going to get the same data and everything, but you're going to be overwhelmed on which keywords or the what phrases that you guys should use for your listing. So I suggest you just use one tool. Use wordtree.io or just use Keyword Inspector. So once you guys get this, and one thing I like about wordtree.io is that they show you exactly how relevant it shows you the search volume and also the relevancy of the keywords that are put in here. So basically how it works is you take your top competitors. So if you have, let me go back here, let me show you how this works. So if you put in angle ruler, wordtree.io is basically going to tell you to put in the top 10 ASIN. So of course, don't worry about the sponsored listing. We want the top organic ones. So if you take the top 10's ASINs, and all you have to do to find that's in the listing, you just click on one. You're gonna find it up here. Should be up here. Yeah, I think some of them don't have the ASIN in their product link. But all you have to do is go on the listing, scroll all the way down, and the ASIN will be, let's see, where to go. Oh, right here. I'm blind. Alright, so for ASIN, yep, that's where it is. You just copy and paste that, and they'll ask for that, and you just put them all in. Alright, so it asks for like 10 of them, and then you just put all those in, and then it'll basically compare and show you the relevancy of certain keywords that the product has according to that. So basically relevancy and the search volume, they're kind of different. So relevancy score is going to show you exactly how relevant certain keywords are to a product, and search volume is how much people are searching it. So relevancy score is something that's more valuable that I think broad search volume, because if a product is more relevant, like if you had two keywords, so maybe we had angle ruler and then angleizer. So if angleizer is searched more, but angle ruler has a higher, it's more relevant, but it has lower search volume, I would use the the anchor ruler phrase, right? So whatever one has more relevancy, because that's going to show that whatever keyword that you're putting in, it's going to be relevant to other keywords, and they sort of link in that certain way, as opposed to the just a broad search value. So from once we get all that in, we put in all 10 top competitors or whatever, and then we put that in. It's going to show you a relevancy score of what people are ranking for organically for their listing. So of course, don't use any sponsored listing, because those people are paying. We want to get on the top here. We want people that are organically ranking for the product at the top of the page, so we can rank for those exact same keywords and have the best product launch as possible. So if you guys understand that, just of course, so when you put in your search terms, just put the first one here. Now, of course, if you guys don't know, it's not 250 characters, it's 250 bytes, and there's a difference there. Since it's 250 bytes, which is the memory for how many search terms or characters you can have in here. You can put in like 270 to 290. I've tested this already, so that's generally the range. It might be a little bit more, but it's somewhere in between there. So once you guys enter in all that information, just make sure that it doesn't have to be understandable. Like, nobody's reading your search terms, so even if there's a keyword in here or a what do you call it, a phrase in here that doesn't make a lot of sense, that's fine. Just put it in here, just because those are all relevant search terms and what people are searching. So of course, start from the top. So if anchor ruler was the most relevant one, then put that here. Put it first. Just make it like alphabetical or chronological, right, when you put it in. That's the best way and easiest way to do that. And then of course, when you enter them in, make sure you have no repeats. Like here, I don't know what I was doing, but you can't have repeats because you're just taking up extra space. Amazon just looks over those and doesn't count them. So the best way that you guys can eliminate that is you can just copy and paste the most relevant keywords and then put them in like a what do you call it? I forgot what it's called, but there's like a tool out there. I forget what it's called in the website, but there's a tool out there that eliminates any duplicate words. But you guys should be able to find it, because I don't want to make this video any longer than it has to be, because a lot of you guys probably know how to do some of this stuff. So alright, going on to the next thing, guys, is platinum keywords. You don't have to worry about that. We don't need that. So, and then finally, the more details part. So all this stuff, when you're entering this information, you don't have to enter this in if you don't want to, but when you are entering it in, this is all the info about a single unit. This is not about any of your shipping information when it comes to shipping over to a supplier, or about how much your carton weighs with all your units in it. This is for individual units. So if our units is 1/7 of a pound, then it is a 1/7 of a pound. For that's 1 unit. And then you don't have to fill out like any of this stuff, honestly. Like, this is the only thing I'd suggest you guys fill out is item dimensions, package dimensions, because once you fill this out, you're going to be able to find out the estimated FBA fees on your listing. So that's how Amazon is going to be able to calculate that. So yeah, the only thing that you need on this page to enter in, honestly, is this part. Item dimensions is your actual the product inside your box. So if your unit, your unit includes the box and the product inside. So the product inside, this would be the item dimensions, and the package dimensions is what the size of the box that's being shipped in. So let's see here. Oh, no, you don't need that. So yeah, you'd only need the item dimensions and then the weight, and then from there, that's basically it, guys. Like, it's really simple, very step by step. Like, all this stuff should only take you, I'd say, at 30 minutes to maybe an hour, maybe hour and a half at most. But of course, the only thing that you guys have to worry about is the images. But we can wait for those. Just put in, we can wait for these images. It doesn't really matter. You can just fill in everything else. So I think I'm trying to think here. I'm trying to remember if I don't think, yeah, you don't need to. You can just put in one image here and then save and finish the listing. I think, I can't remember if I'm trying to think. I'm trying to remember if you need to put in an image. Let's see here. What if we remove all? Oh, I guess we can't. So yeah, you guys don't have to worry about that. So yeah, we can complete the listing. You can save and finish. You don't have to have an image for it. It will just have this, I guess, from what I remember. And yeah, so that's basically about it, guys. Hopefully you got a lot of value out of this video. I didn't want to make this too drawn out, as because I know a lot of you guys know how to do some of this stuff when it comes to, you know, certain tools that you may use, but it's very step by step and very it's very easy. So hopefully you guys understand all this stuff. If you have any questions, make sure you tell me down below, and tell me what you guys want to see as well. I'm always open for ideas and for new video ideas. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Peace.